In your headlines, suspected cases of hand, foot, and mouth disease have been reported in children, and the shipwriter agreement launched this week. Hello, Turks and Caicos. Welcome to PTV News Watch. Thanks for tuning in on this Wednesday, November 9th, 2022. I'm Khalees Williams with today's newscast. The real news starts now. Ministry of Health officials are now reporting several suspected cases of hand, foot, and mouth disease among school-aged children. Cases have almost tripled since the first report back in October. Here's that report. As of November 1st, the Ministry of Health has reported a total of 21 suspected cases of hand, foot, and mouth disease since October 1st. Officials reported to have received reports from 8 schools with cases among school-aged children. The Ministry of Health, in response to the outbreak, has developed guidelines geared towards prevention and control of communicable diseases amongst children in education settings. These guidelines have been issued. The contagion, which primarily affects infants and children under 5 years of age, is spread through direct contact with nasal secretions, which refers to droplets produced by coughing or sneezing, saliva, fluid from blisters, and stool of infected individuals. Additionally, one can contract the illness by touching objects and surfaces contaminated by the virus, like doorknobs or toys, then touching your eyes, nose, or mouth. Symptoms include painful sores in the mouth, rashes on the hands and feet, which may be associated with blisters, fever, headache, feeling generally unwell or irritable, runny nose, and/or sore throat. While there is no specific treatment for hand, foot, and mouth disease, treatment is often offered with the use of paracetamol, such as Panadol or Tylenol, for fever and pain relief, and is often enough to keep most of the symptoms at bay. When it comes to prevention, it is important to practice proper hand hygiene, including washing hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially after changing diapers, after using the toilet, after blowing your nose, coughing, or sneezing, before and after caring for someone who is sick. Help children wash their hands, clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces and objects, avoid touching your eyes, mouth, or nose with unwashed hands, and avoid contact with those who are sick. It is mostly a mild and self-limiting illness lasting for a few days. It is therefore important to maintain adequate fluid intake to avoid dehydration that could result in hospitalization. Symptoms usually resolve within 10 days. Persons with suspected HFMD should abstain from school and report to a healthcare provider to obtain guidance, including when to return to work, school, or daycare. The MOHHS will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as appropriate. We'll be right back with more News Watch when we return.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
In December 2021, the Turks and Caicos Islands and the Bahamas signed a shipwriter agreement, and Tuesday saw the initiation of the shipwriter program with the sailing of 2 TCI shipwrights on the HMBS Bahamas. Details in this report.
The shipwriter agreement between the governments of the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands concerns cooperation in maritime law enforcement. It is in keeping with the existing collaborative framework to strengthen cooperative partnerships in the region and establishes a mechanism for improved border control cooperation for protecting the borders of both countries. The TCI Bahamas Shipwriter Agreement allows for the TCI and Bahamian shipwriters to be stationed onto each other's law enforcement vessels or aircrafts. The shipwriter can grant authority to assist in the enforcement of TCI law relating to human trafficking, illegal migration, narcotics or firearms trafficking, as well as unregulated fishing. This ability to enhance maritime security operations in both Bahamian and TCI waters is a welcome step in combating maritime threats and strengthening maritime cooperation. Almost 1 year after this agreement was signed by both countries, yesterday, November 8, 2 officers who will serve as shipwriters embarked on a Bahamian vessel, the HBMS Bahamas. The 2 shipwriters are Officer Ernest Ewing of the Royal TCI Police Force and Marine Officer Anderson Raphael of the TCI Regiment. The 2 are 4 of TCI personnel who received training in July this year in the Bahamas for just this duty. The 2 shipwriters will be sailing for the period November 9th to the 15th in the waters between Bahamas and the TCI. For PTV News Watch, I'm Delana Iles.
Don't move just yet. Coming up next is your weather forecast after this break. Here's your weather forecast for November 10th, 2022. For the nation's capital, we're in Turks. Partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 80, winds southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. For South Caicos, partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 80, winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos, partly cloudy skies, high 85, low 79, winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Parrot and Pine Key, partly cloudy skies, high 85, low 79, winds light and variable. And on Providenciales, partly cloudy skies, high 85, low 79, winds light and variable. Here's your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise, 5:57 a.m., sunset, 5:08 p.m. Now for your high and low tides. High tides, 8:34 a.m., 8:55 p.m. Low tides, 2:10 a.m., 2:59 p.m. And for your hurricane outlook, for the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, the National Hurricane Center is issuing advisories on Tropical Storm Nicole, located just east-northeast of Great Abaco Island in the northwestern Bahamas. And that's it for your weather forecast and hurricane outlook. That's the end of today's edition of Newswatch, but don't forget you can always catch us on our website at www.ptv8tci.com and every weekday right here at 6:30 p.m. I'm Khalees Williams. Stay informed. Thanks for watching.